I grew up too fast. Hello everybody and happy Monday! I want to tell you a story. There are two vivid things I remember about my childhood. One is that there were no evil people. I was born in 1989 and the first political news I remember is the dissolution of the USSR. I'm too young to remember the Gulf War. Now of course, since I was a very young, almost 3-year-old at the time, I didn't quite know what it meant that the Soviet Union was collapsing. The only thing I was really sure of was that we were going to need a new globe. Now the other critical thing in my childhood happens to be in this shot with me. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess? No, it's not the sweater. It's these books. Now, I'm in my parents' basement right now, and I took off the shelves every book that I know that I read to completion. Granted, we've already gotten rid of a lot of them, and I used to go to the library several times a week, so this really isn't a representative sample. But it's not just books. I also used to listen to tons of radio plays on old cassettes, and you know what those are, right? Right? Don't make me feel old. I used to listen to things like The Mysterious Traveler, Box 13, the Jack Benny program, and I used to imagine what it would be like to be that person. I got to see the universe through the narrator's eyes. Now, in just a few short years, things got very different. Some people flew planes into buildings. I discovered my family members weren't immune to cancer. We built an information superhighway. Our country went to war for the first time in my memory. There was a new thing called headline news. We had a president who became better fodder for comedians than journalists. Bookstores and newspapers started to disappear. Social media began to change the way we interact with each other. We elected a new president on the platform of hope and change. Wikipedia took the place of Reader's Digest. We have petitions on the White House website asking states to be allowed to secede from the Union. We have sites like YouTube that allow us to share amazing video. We have people killing each other in the streets over videos and cartoons that they don't like. We have Twitter and Facebook for sharing our thoughts and opinions. We can attack our friends over their incorrect political, religious, and social beliefs. We have a personal computer in the palm of our hand. We have a country where half the people are trying to take away our freedoms. Or so we say. That half of people make the same claim about the other side. And this is what I read now. I read a few books, sparingly, when I have the time. And it's never fiction anymore. And I find I have to try really hard to remind myself that people aren't evil. That the Democrats or the Republicans or the Christians or the atheists or the gays or the Jews aren't trying to destroy the world. And I find it really hard to remember that they're making good decisions based off of their own experiences. And I find it hard to see where they're coming from. And I can't put myself in their shoes. And it's because I don't practice. And that's my point. One of the reasons that it's so easy for us to look at the others as evil is because we spend so little time listening to each other's stories. And it's one of the main reasons I make these videos. My political opinions, my social opinions, my religious opinions aren't going to matter. What does matter is the story I have and how I choose to share it with the world. So live your life and start reading stories and start telling your own story. You can start now, down in the comments. What's your story? Have a great Monday, and I'll see you on Wednesday.